Hello, hello. Thank you for my client who told me it says waiting on the screen, Janet. Do you know that? Because no, I didn't know that. I was talking to a camera. So hopefully now everyone hears me, but we'll see. Go ahead and text if you can hear me. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Oops. I think my internet is misbehaving. Let's see. Oh, good. Oh, yay. Thank you for the yeses. That tells me, okay, yes, it's working. Thank goodness. Yeah, there was a little bit of technical difficulties. Oops. I don't know what I did to cause that, but anyway, at least it's working. So, okay, great. So I said before to a camera that nobody could hear. But anyway, I said, hello, my name is Janet Wright. I'm an energy healer, reader, and teacher. And this is a Q&A, and everybody is welcome to participate, even if you've never worked with me before, you don't know much about energy healing or whatever, you just have a question about your own energy or energy healing or meditation or just a spiritual issue in your life, whatever. Um, and thank you for all the hellos. I really appreciate it. Oh, and this will go an hour long. But so it will end potentially before I answer everybody's questions. So if you want to front load your question, that's probably smart. Because, if I just keep getting questions and keep getting questions, I'm not going to keep going after the hour. I'm just going to try to have discipline with that. Because we did a big group healing right before this. And so, enough is enough. But this is fun. I'm excited to talk with you guys about spiritual stuff. So if you have any questions, let me know. Someone says, how do I heal my energy? Or how do I know if I need a healing? I would say if you're alive, you need a healing. If you're not in heaven, you need a healing, probably. Need is relative. You can, I think part of it is like that sort of that wellness idea where you can always become stronger. You can always find inner vulnerabilities that need strengthening. You can always, have more joy and more gratitude. And, you can always let your angels help you more, so I think it's just, do you want to heal yourself? But yeah, there's always cool and interesting and fun things you could do for sure. I think how do you heal your energy? Just use any of my videos. They're all instructional. You could start with something simple like if you search Janet Wright melt your wall, I'll type it out, Janet Wright. That's of course my name. So that'll, tell YouTube to, okay, it's a Janet Wright video and it has melt your wall in the title, melt your wall. That'd be a nice, easy, super easy thing to start with because it's 4 minutes long and it just helps you melt some inner stress wall that's blocking your angels from helping you as much as possible. So that's kind of fun. I would say aura repair would be nice for you to learn, but if you feel like zero motivation to learn how to repair your aura, then you could just, purchase a healing from me because sometimes when you really, there's this irony where sometimes you really need a healing, but you're not motivated because you really need a healing. So you could just buy one and then, my healings, since they're so instructional, they're designed to be empowering. So maybe initially with some healings, you have no motivation, but then you kind of get your motivation because you're like, oh, wow, that aura repair technique, I think that really helped me. Let me learn it, So after the Melt Your Wall video, if you feel any motivation towards it, I would say the Gold Energy Aura Buffer Zones video, which is an 18-minute video that teaches aura repair. Because I think you and a lot of people who don't repair their aura really need to, and it makes a big difference in how you feel, how much focus you have, how much you're able to accomplish in a day. Stuff like that. So that would be a good place to start is aura repair, after the Melt Your Wall video, which is just fun and just seemed like it would be nice for you. Someone says, so thank you for your question. Someone says, hey, Janet, I keep getting super freaked out when I look at my spiritual path recently. Is that beings or something else? Dun-dun-dun. Yeah, I think the super freaked out, yeah, is I think it's just some energy blocks that you have in your first layer. So you could just leave your spiritual path for a second. I mean, the thing is, too, you don't really have to look at your spiritual path. You can just imagine it out in front of you like a road and just, do like this gold tidal wave of universal gold light, just like, on your gold path, just like a wall of gold fire that just goes, so you don't have to see. You just let the gold light do the work, just blaze through your path. Like, I would suggest that'd be fun. And then, to address the whole fear stuff, do some, like, I have a Janet Wright clear fear video that could be nice. Or, you're more advanced, so you could just pick out some energy blocks right around your first chakra. Because when you feel fear, your first chakra is going to be partially blocked for that to happen, for you to feel fear and worry. So just unblock your first chakra. All right, thank you for your question. Beings, yes, I figured that was what you meant. Someone says, got it, heal me, please. You're adorable. Yes, how I heal is I do these group healings. And I did one this morning for 90 people in 9 different countries, which was super fun. But it's a paid thing. It's not a lot of pay, but it's a pay thing, And so you just purchase one of the healings on my website. My website's janetwrightreadings.com, and you can even go there on your phone. Oh, which brings me to what I did want to do, which I didn't have time to do during the healing, was to read the exciting healings coming up soon. So I think I looked, and some people had been purchasing it during the last healing. So like, there's only probably like 3 or 4 spots left for the. I mean, my website says only 8 spots left, but that's because I didn't have time to change the text on it. So anyway, but the Friday, May 1st triplet healing set, that's 3 group healings on May 1st, May 3rd, May 5th. You could still purchase that if you get one of the last spots. The theme is spring into action, inspiration, clarity, focus, and taking action. The standard rate is $50 US, but if that's not affordable, there are sliding scale rates beneath that. So you just pick a rate that is affordable for you when you pay. So if that one sells out, then you could do the, it will sell out, but if it sells out before you can take one of the last spots, then there's the Healing Masterclass in a month on May 17th, Sunday, May 17th. That's all about self-healing, self-love, and self-care, and the heart chakra. And the heart chakra, 4th chakra, is a joy motor. It makes joy. It's this really great feeling when your heart chakra is working well. Helps you also release resentment, feelings of betrayal, feelings like life is no fair, all that stuff, if your heart chakra is nice and strong. So that's a really good, feel-good healing. That'll be next month, Sunday, May 17th. And there's still spots left for that at the moment. Friday, June 5th, Sunday, June 7th, Tuesday, June 9th. That is the June triplet healing set. I'm very excited about this theme. The theme of the June triplet set is strong, thriving survivor. And sort of the explanation of that is clearing trauma, abuse, baggage, conscious and subconscious, from this and past lives. So, you'd think it's such a sad topic, but it's not really. It's sad that, everyone has been through either traumatic situations or abusive situations in past lives, certainly everyone in past lives. And, a lot of us in this life as well at some point. So strong, thriving survivor, in that set of 3 healings, will be focused on really targeted, focused, but also gentle healing to help you clear the blocked energy and nourish strategically so that you can, be fabulous. Continue to be even more fabulous than you already are. So that's the June triplet set, which is June 5th, 7th, and 9th. And then there's the last one that's available on the website right now is the June 21st Healing Masterclass, Sunday, June 21st, which is, the theme is creativity and self-expression. So self-expression can mean all sorts of things, like, I mean, it's just amazing how much you could express the real you, and you might not be doing it, but just you don't even realize, through your hair, the way you talk, through how you communicate, through what you do for a living, through the clothes you choose to wear that day, through how you, put assort things in your home. Self-expression can be so many things. So it'd be nice to have the archangels help too on that healing. Okay, so enough of that. Exciting stuff. And that's all on my website, janetwrightreadings.com. What is the white light aura I see around the body? It's the first and only layer I see, inch thick and glowing, cloudy white, see-through energy around the whole body, especially the hands and arms. I think you probably have, I mean, typically white light around a physical body is not a great thing. White is a very fast moving vibration. So it's even faster than gold light. There's like rainbow colors, and then there's, like red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet, as far as speed of vibration. And that's all really comfortable for like the aura and the body, those vibrations. And then there's gold light, which is high, but not too high for you to be really present. You can use gold light, with your hands to like loosen up blockages and stuff. That's nice. But then white is even faster than that. So sometimes people think, oh, white light, angels heal with white light. That's spiritual, right? That's good. But from what I've seen and heard, angels heal with white light when you're in heaven. They don't heal with white light when you're in a lifetime. They heal with gold light, because gold light, as I said, is a slower moving vibration than white, and so it's more centering, and it allows you to be fully present in your physical form, which, you have a lifetime. The point of it is to fully experience through your physical form. So anyway, long story short, if all you can see is white around people, or maybe just yourself, I'm not sure what you mean, there's probably something going on. You can ask your angels to like give you a clean out of your vision, because I don't think it's, like that's kind of odd. So yeah, I would just say, angels, please clean out my clairvoyance, and help me to, not keep seeing white everywhere. And if you have more problems than that, there's a video that I have. I'll text the title for you. Janet Wright, Clear Blinders. Clear Blinders is in the video, and that would help you with vision. Clairvoyance, both conscious and subconscious. So like, oh, I see the solution. That's subconscious clairvoyance. So that video would help you with both of those things. Janet Wright, Clear Blinders is the video. So that could be interesting as well for you. Alrighty, so thank you for your question. Hi, Janet. Kind of an embarrassing question. Don't be embarrassed. This is a non-judgmental forum for any questions that you have. It's okay. Is there anything I can heal to help my ongoing problems with intimacy with my husband? Great question. So many people have problems with intimacy or sexuality, sexual expression, experiencing sexual enjoyment, so many things. And there's so many very legitimate reasons that you might be having issues. So nothing to be ashamed of, although I do understand it's a delicate question. So, yeah, I would say, technically that's a second chakra issue. So, third chakra, second chakra, first chakra, right? So second chakra is below the belly button, maybe about an inch or so. And, second layer goes all the way around your body. It's almost the one closest to your body, but not quite, right? And orange is a nice, healthy color for your second chakra. So you could set it with your mindfulness, set your second chakra to your favorite shade of orange. Maybe you could set it to a different nice shade of orange that you like every day, just so you're kind of like, play games with it, and really, because I think the more you keep things light and playful, in your energy healing, the more likely you're going to do it, the more likely you feel empowered, the more likely you're going to clear stuff. So you could like set your, second layer and second chakra to like an orange, like, like this. And then you could set it one day to like, even more of like a yellowy orange for like 5 minutes, and then set it back to more of an orange, or like just a different shade of orange, and just kind of experiment. And just imagine, well, if I was a fish swimming in this second layer and swimming through my second chakra, would I be happy? Would I be a happy fish? Because if you're a happy fish swimming all around here and in through your second layer and all the way around, then chances are sexuality, sexual experiences, sexual enjoyment won't be as difficult for you, won't be as challenging, right? And then two, sometimes people have anxiety that's sort of mixed in with it all. So you could do that same exercise with your first chakra, which is at the base of your spine, as you know. And red is a nice healthy color for that. And if you don't know chakras and locations and all that, you can, I'm sure you know, but if other people don't know, you can always email me and I'll email you a free 2-page chakra handout if you ask for it. Just say, hi Janet, can I have a 2-page chakra handout? And it's free. So my email is janet@janetreadings.com. But anyway, just, you know, red, first chakra, red, first layer, and just be a fish and swim around your first layer and think, oh, I'm not happy when I swim around here in my lower back. So I'm going to heal extra here, you know? And just that video too, get present if you like walkthroughs instead of, you know, being a fish, because I don't have a walkthrough of the whole being a fish thing. That's fun though, I think. But if you just want a straightforward walkthrough, that would be that get present in second and first chakras video. Because is sexuality. Also emotions and senses like taste, smell, enjoying fabrics, all that stuff. So, and also that June triplet set is about, you know, moving beyond feeling victimized. And, you know, there could be, you know, subconscious times in this life and in past lives where your sexuality was shut down as a result of being in highly stressful situations. And so that June triplet set could be one you don't want to miss. Up to you, totally, you know, reflect within yourself about it. But that could be one. And not only that, the recordings from that, you know, the live stream videos saved from that healing triplet set, you know, June 2020, June 5th, 7th, and 9th could be ones that you could use a lot. And that could help you break free and have more enjoyment. But just try to be nice with yourself, validate your progress. You know, I think a lot of people, you know, you want to be a certain way, but you're not there yet. So it's, you know, it's good to kind of be supportive and nice to yourself about it and just take your baby steps. All right, someone is saying, I am participating as a practitioner in a Healing Touch program for healthcare workers. That sounds great. The facilitator instructions are to do instant healing on one person and piggyback a few other people. Oh goodness, that sounds extremely unsafe. I'm participating as a practitioner in a Healing Touch program for healthcare workers. The facilitator instructions are to do instant healing on one person and piggyback a few other people. Yeah, I wouldn't do it. I mean, you can ask your angels, you know, what they say. This person is referring to, because I've said this before, which is why she's asking. You know, as a healer, I did one-on-one healing for, I don't know, 18 years of my career in this life, and, you know, many other lifetimes. Just one-on-one, one person at a time healing. And I have a lot of, well, I have some clients who are pro healers and they do it that way too, the readers, you know, one client at a time. They'll have an appointment with the one client. Or like now, you know, I do ones that people don't know what time of the month I'm going to do their particular session. They know it'll happen in June or in May, right? And so I just do it when I'm ready. And it's a set time, but I'm doing it with their subconscious self. But it's just one person I'm doing it. You know, if I heal their dad too, you know, I'm just one, then I heal their dad and then I go back to healing them. That's one person at a time style healing. The big difference between that and healing multiple people at the same moment, in my opinion, is that you become visible and it's like it creates sort of a spiritual loudness that you're doing that. And then invasive beings that are larger and more invasive than you would normally have to deal with become very aware of you and either want to shut you down or just get in your space and piggyback on your energy and what you're doing. So it becomes a very like exponentially bigger boundary issue. Like if you heal two people at once versus I heal person A, and when I'm done with person A, then I heal person B. Like that one at a time type thing, that would be pretty safe. I mean, obviously you have to be a good healer of yourself first, but then healing one person at a time, no biggie. But yeah, two people at once, you're gonna be all the big, super invasive beings would be all of a sudden noticing you and wanting to interfere with you, and yeah, in not a cool way. You could do like energy healing flowers for multiple people. For some reason, they ignore that. I don't know why, because it's a cool thing. But that's a way that you could, help multiple people at once. You could imagine like, say the 5 people that you want to heal and just make energy healing flowers for them and say, angels, can you double check these flowers? And then just imagine you're setting them at a respectful distance in front of each of those 5 people. But yeah, simultaneous healing of multiple people, it's a totally different ballgame. So yeah. I would, what I would do out of curiosity is I would read, respectfully, but you can view their energy just like you're viewing your own energy. View the energy of that person who's instructing that way, and view like how safe are they? Are they in, how many chakras are they in? Do they have a whole aura? How many beings do they have in their space? Because typically if you're doing that, you're probably not safe enough, particularly because they're willy-nilly telling other people to do that. They've been like not safe for years. I mean, that would be very interesting. I kind of have a quick view and that person doesn't look very safe, but it'd be probably interesting for you to get your full circle learning about it. Just look at that person and how old are they spiritually? How present are they? How whole is their aura? How many beings are, in their invasive beings, non-angels are in their space as they're doing their healing work, that they're not aware of. Not that you should tell that person because they're probably not open to hearing that, but yeah, doesn't sound safe. Someone says, thanks much. Oh, good. I'm glad you understood what I said. Is that safe from calling dark energies attention? Yeah, no, it's not safe. Yeah, so how to be safe would be not to do that. Okay, so how have I been doing on being present in all 7 chakras? Much more so. There was something, let me see, I looked at everybody's energy last night, so I can look at you. Oh, last night I noticed that your second and first layers were really compressed last night. But it was like I was looking at like sort of a quick snapshot of yesterday. So yeah, your second and first layers were more compressed. Your grounding was flowing, your aura was whole, that was nice. All your chakras were healed. But the second and first layers were compressed. So I would say don't give up on that stuff too. How have I been doing being present in all 7? I've shifted my healing more towards 4th and 7th chakras lately. I think I'm consciously able to feel when I pop out of 1st, which is new. Yeah. Yeah, I would just say, you want all the width of all the aura layers. So maybe add that to your process. And for others, this is not a newbie. This is someone who's worked hard for a while to get, a level of experience, so, but you can, anybody, even newbies can check the width of aura layers, right? Because you have 7 aura layers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? And so you can just use your intuition and be like, okay, my 7th layer is this wide. My 6th layer is this wide, 5th layer is this wide, 4th layer is this wide, 3rd layer is this wide, 2nd layer is this wide, 1st layer is this wide. So that tells you have a lot of compression in these inner layers, which means that it's going to be hard for these lower chakras to release well. Yeah, as an advanced or intermediate advanced person, you may be present in these chakras. A newbie would not. A newbie would be totally knocked out with that kind of compression. But so you may be more present, but just not as comfortable and not moving forward as easily. So that's all. Just add the aura with awareness to your process. Hi, someone else says, hi, Janet. I've been working a ton on realigning my spine, but keep experiencing, speaking of which, I should sit up straight. But keep experiencing a lot of sensitivity around my hips, joints connected to noise and ears, especially on the right side. Hips and joints connected to noise and ears, especially on the right side. I don't understand the sensitivity in the hips and joints connected to noise and ears. I kind of get where you're going. Mm. Yeah, I think a couple things I noticed. The more you're in all your chakras, that generally helps you to be more and more present in your physical body as well. So hips and joints and specific things like that. So a lot of times these days your aura is whole and your grounding is flowing and wide. So great job with that. But you don't look like you're usually in, like sometimes you're in 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, but sometimes you're only in 7, 6, 5, and 4. And a lot of times you're not in 2 and 1. Second and first chakras lately. So I would say, try to work these chakras also so that you can, because if you're fully present, then your work on your spine is going to be like exponentially more effective, because as you get here, you're just like large and in charge, and then you can do this like cool little finite work and it's like, whoa, whereas if you're only in your upper chakras, you're kind of like floating above, trying to make a difference down there, but you're not really in as much to make a difference more easily. So I think what has happened is you've created a lot of change already, but you're kind of plateauing in what a difference you can make because you're not in your lower chakras regularly enough lately. So I would just say keep working on that, but also at the same time just work a little more on your chakras. I think your lower chakras are repaired, they're just blocked up too much. So like an easy quick video would be that if you search Janet Wright, sticky gold wax, and then 7 chakras, but you can just put 7 in the title and it'll come right up. So Janet Wright, sticky gold wax 7, the number 7, and that'll pull up this method. It's like a 7 or 5 minute video, and you just use gold wax and unblock all your chakras at once, which is fun. And so you would particularly do your lower chakras. And then that other one, which I've already texted, which is Janet Wright, get present, second, first chakras. That video would be nice. And then I do have a spinal healing one, which could be interesting if you think about, like there's one on the hips and the joints. Like I have a video on that. I don't know if you found that already or not, but I have a video on the hips. So you could say Janet Wright hips healing or Janet Wright joints healing, Janet Wright spine healing, because there's a video on the spine, and then there's a video on all these like the sacroiliac joints and the ilium bones and stuff, just to walk you through energy healing those areas. But I would say get in those chakras first, and then it'll be more fun to do the spinal and the joint stuff. All right. Someone said, so thank you for your question. And when you say, just to go back to that person I was just talking to, especially on the right side, typically for any of you guys, if you have a problem on one side or the other, check your grounding on that side, because your grounding enables release on this whole side of your body. So like your grounding down here on your left side enables release and flow on your whole left side. So if you typically have stagnation on your left side, you probably also typically have energy blocks on the left side of your grounding. So for you, you typically have right side problems. That means you typically have right side blocked grounding. So make sure your grounding is always as wide as your aura, and unblock the right side especially. Okay. All right, moving on. Makes sense about spiritual path. Thanks, Janet. You're welcome. Somebody else says, I was wondering if I have been courting my daughter's baggage. Yes. How am I, but you're not alone. That's why that exercise that we did in the healing that we just did today is going to help a lot of people. But yeah, you do court her baggage. How am I doing now? Am I in all of my chakras? Right now, you're rocking 7 through 2, but that first chakra is just like a little intense. Like I think you're only bringing up half as much earth energy through your legs as you need. So you're like really like close to being in your first chakra, but it's just not happening. If you could maybe focus on relaxing your ankle joints and the little chakras in your knees, you know, just relax this flow. It's like dammed up kind of here. So if you use gold light and just relax all these little chakras here so that then more earth energy can come up, then that would that would click you into your first chakra much better. But you're close. And that exercise was nice, the mind one, getting out of the baggage cording game. I think that helps you just as a mom with both your kids and also with your ex. I think that would be a good thing to help you find your empowerment in those relationships. Somebody else says, how does my energy and presence look? Did I get present in lower chakras? You got more present in lower chakra. You got a lot more flow in the back of your aura. Like you said before today's healing, you had compression in like really most of these back layers. It was all like whoosh, you know, rather than like expanded out. And now it's much more expanded. You still have compression in the first layer back here, but even the second layer is getting more sort of aired out and flowy back here. So I would say that's maybe one of the bigger before and afters of today's healing for you. So that enabled you to be present in 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. You're there, but it's not a comfortable fit yet. So I would just, like if you do that aura layer width, measuring your aura layers, it's like 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You know, so 2 is like, it's getting there, but maybe just focus under your feet, you know, that second and first layer under your feet, because it's like you're standing on a bunch of rocks. So just either hand the rocks to your angels or melt them with gold fire and water or take them out and blow them up, you know, but because you just need to like keep releasing. But the thing is too, you know, you're releasing really well. So if you can just keep your flow for like the next 2 or 3 days, because I think it, you know, it's just how many years did you need the work that you got today? So, you know, it just takes a little bit to catch up with your, you know, you're very motivated, but there's just a lot to release and the physical body kind of needs some pacing. So I think so far so good. I hope my internet connection is doing well because once in a while my screen flashes. Somebody says, so thank you for your question. Somebody says, feels like my sacrum collapsed a bit and my right leg is out of place. Can you please tell me if it's serious or just a sensation and what can I do? Thank you so much. Love your work. All right. So for context, I don't think this person received today's healing. Feels like my sacrum collapsed a bit and my right leg is out of place. You tell me if it's serious. I mean, you know, I'm not a medical doctor, so, you know, but it seems like what you're describing is just, you know, you're actually more present. So you're aware of an imbalance that's been there for a couple months, actually. So that's what happens. It's like if you're scattered, you're kind of, you know, a little bit out. And then when you start getting more present, you're like, whoa, what's going on with my leg? You know, whereas something was going on with your leg like last month too, but you weren't as present to notice it. So now it just feels like, that's weird, you know? So I would just say, yeah, your first and second chakras are fairly blocked. You could do that video, Janet Wright, sticky gold wax 7 chakras, like I just texted somebody. So you type Janet Wright sticky gold wax 7, the number 7, and just do it, especially on your lower chakras, but all of them, why not? And just keep on blocking here. And just kind of, you can even imagine, you know, as you stick out your physical leg, just imagine, okay, is my spirit in there? Like kind of, you know, imagine putting your spirit leg into your physical leg, like if you're putting on a pair of pants, you know, and then do your other leg and just kind of, you know, and just do some mindful stretching like that, even some ankle rotations and just kind of be there. But yeah, I think these blocks have been there for like 1 to 3 years. I mean, more blocked in the last couple months, but it's more than that. So just take your time with it, you know, relax about it, but just, yeah, you found a good area to work. So yeah, yeah, mindful stretching is nice too. You know, if you do some side stretches and just kind of imagine, okay, is my aura, you know, flowing these inner layers as I'm doing this side stretch, you know, do the other one and then go back and just keep loosening it up, loosening it up. All right. So thank you for your question. Am I in my chakras? Feeling calm right now. Thank you. I wrote down your YouTube ID because I always forget it. Oh, I think I did. Oh, I remember. Yeah, okay. So when I looked at you last night, your inner two layers were very tight. But otherwise, your aura was whole, your grounding was flowing and wide, so that was nice. So it was just those inner two, second and first layers were very tight, which makes it hard to be present in those lower two chakras. Right now, yeah. Yeah, you are in all your chakras, and your second and first layers are much wider now. So it's like, whoosh, you know. So that's really nice because it's like, it's not like any of us ever have like zero fear. It's just that when your fear energy blocks are not releasing, then you feel the fear. You know, we all have some level of emotional baggage, but when it's releasing, you don't feel blocked. You don't feel stuck. It's just when it's not releasing that you're like, oh, I feel angry. I feel irritable. You know. So right now you have fantastic release even in those inner layers. So yes, you are in all your chakras right now. And your grounding is great. So just keep it going, you know, just maybe try to be good to yourself, you know, treat yourself well today and unblock your grounding when necessary, maybe just proactively today, tomorrow, just keep that flow going. So yay. Someone says, what's a good self-care motivation video? Anything that helps your heart chakra really, I think would do the trick. I think for you, yeah, I think because there's so many angles, so many techniques that you could use for, you know, clearing self-care blocks. I mean, of course, also there's, just in case I forget to tell you after my answer, I think it's the May Healing Masterclass is on self-care. Yeah, May 17th, self-healing, self-love, self-care, heart chakra. So just a heads up. That's there. And right now, spaces are available on that. But yeah, self-care motivation video. I mean, you can search Janet Wright self-care and a lot would come up also, but any heart chakra video would help your self-care because heart chakra is self-love, self-care, self-nurturing, that kind of thing. But your angels actually keep showing me enthusiasm flower healing because yeah, any video on enthusiasm is also fourth chakra. So if you search Janet Wright enthusiasm flower healing, that's the one that your angels are suggesting specifically. So Janet Wright enthusiasm flower healing. So you're making energy healing flowers specifically to heal your heart chakra, and you can just add some specifically to help you with self-care. You know, so we can all do that right now. Just go ahead and make energy healing flowers with your mind, any rainbow colors, don't overthink it. Just make a whole bunch of energy healing flowers that will help you be better with your self-care. And then just say, angels, can you check my flowers? And then go ahead and give those flowers to yourself. And they'll go wherever they're needed. One more time, just make energy healing flowers that will help you with your self-care. And then angels, can you double check my flowers? And then give them to yourself. Right. But yeah, also there's that, you know, Janet Wright enthusiasm flower healing video would be nice. And also, like I said, the May Healing Masterclass is about self-care. But if you search Janet Wright self-care, I have done, you know, whole triplet sets and stuff on self-care. So self-care, self-love, stuff like that. So if you search Janet Wright self-love, it would be the same type of video you could do. Someone says, regarding the mutual baggage courting, I think I've been doing this with an old neighbor, so thank you for the technique. Yeah. Are there any other techniques which complement this issue you recommend about kind of getting overly invested in somebody's spiritual progress? I think sometimes when you overgive, it has to do with some part of you that's wounded, right? So you can just, journal and think about it a little and just ask your angels for clarity about it over the next few days, but you can think of like, okay, well, what part of me is wounded, making me overgive to this one person? Because it could be that it reminds you of a certain time in your life, or it reminds you of, a parent of yours that was like that, and you were never able to, you always wanted to make that parent happy and you couldn't because, their sadness was inside of them. It wasn't your problem to fix. So there's some inner reason, and then you can do inner child healing for that inner part of you that's, wounded and pushing you into an overgiving space with that particular person. So I would say inner child healing would be nice. So you can search Janet Wright, wounded inner child. That might do the trick. And journaling, and just heal that part of you that is wounded. A lot of times when we have imbalances, there's an inner wound that we're not realizing that is pushing us into that compulsive behavior. Someone says, can anyone learn to see auras? Yeah, older souls can learn to see auras, but if you like a healer like me, and you can put up with my little quirks and strangeness and laughter, then you're probably an older soul. Younger souls hate me. They either hate energy healing to begin with, or they just hate me. People like me, that laugh and do whatever they want. They just, that level of non-repression just drives them up a wall. So if you're an older soul, if you can handle me and you're drawn to my videos, then by default you're an older soul. Pretty much. So yeah. So therefore, yes, you can learn to see auras. Long story short. So I wouldn't say everyone can learn to see auras. Like Donald Trump, I could not teach him in this lifetime to see auras, because my God, he's just so wrapped up with so many dark behaviors, and he's channeling so many dark spirits, and he's really not present, and he's caught in a lot of negative patterns. So there's no way he can see auras in this life. I mean, unless some angel just wanted to, shove him into that, but naturally on his own, it's not going to happen. So, it depends. But we all have a sixth chakra, and that is clairvoyance, seeing energy. So someday in some lifetime, everyone has the potential, but you can get there much sooner through videos. Yes, of course. At first, I did not see energy. I was not born seeing energy, I don't think. I mean, I was born into a very conservative, spiritually speaking, very conservative household. So I did not know this stuff could be done in real life. So that sort of turned off all my abilities until later in life when I, worked on them a lot. So when I first tried to see energy, all I saw was black, for a long time. But, I still imagined. You can still imagine and heal, with your imagination. Like just how you imagine, okay, what does it look like if there's a guy driving a red truck and then he opens his window and screams out of it, hey, does anyone have popcorn? Like if you can imagine that, then that's your imagination, right? And that's exactly how you can imagine your aura as you're repairing it, so, or you can just do it through intention or thought, although imagine's kind of fun. So that's another sort of side question that maybe you're not consciously asking is, no, you don't have to wait until you can see energy in order to heal your energy. You can do it now through the walkthrough videos that I have. It works anyway. Because I specialize in easier techniques that are doable by advanced people, but also by newbies. Hi, Janet. Can you talk more about what limits our ability to see and acknowledge our own improvements and stay stuck in the not good enough pattern if there's time? Yeah, so that would be heart chakra stuff. Heart chakra is self-worth also. Self-care, self-esteem, self-nurturing, self-worth, feeling deserving, feeling good enough. That's all heart chakra. Confidence is here, but that's not really like the lovey-dovey, I feel good enough or I don't feel good enough. it's a little bit of like maybe a distant cousin, you know, with confidence, but confidence is more like sort of a dry sort of bam, 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 I can do it. Whereas this is more like, you know, your heart, you use your heart in it. Do you feel your heart is happy, you know, that kind of thing. So, so I would say, well, I mean, you've come so far, you know, and you your level of self-care is so much more than it used to be. Your level of doing negative behaviors, self-destructive behaviors, is so much less than it used to be. So that means you already feel better about yourself than you did before. You see what I'm saying? So validating your progress, you know, it's funny because it's sort of like this circular question. How do I see my progress? Well, you see your progress by seeing your progress, you know, like write down or just notice, you know, like, wow, you know, a year ago, what was I doing? You know, what self-destructive patterns did I have last year that I have less of now? You know, how much more present am I? How much more regular am I with my energy healing? Or, you know, how much more present am I? How much, you know, so anyway, you've made a lot of progress, but I would say heart chakra, keep doing the heart chakra stuff. You know, maybe the enthusiasm, energy healing flowers would be nice for that. And then of course, like I said, the May healing masterclass is about self-care, but that's also self-esteem, self-love, feeling good enough. Same thing. Someone says, hi, Janet. I keep feeling that someone is courting my back heart chakra, the back of my heart chakra. Should I use the conflict resolution video, or is there something else I can do? Also, is it my mother? Thank you. Yes, it's your mother. I mean, I think that how can people cord you? People can cord you because there are energy blocks back there. If your chakra wasn't damaged at all and there was no energy blocks back there, it would be impossible for them to cord you there. And then they would be stuck trying to cord some energy block in your fourth layer somewhere. You know, if they really wanted to motivate your heart chakra, you know, or change how you feel about something, or, you know, kind of guilt trip you into doing something, then, you know, they're motivated to get to your fourth chakra or your fourth layer if they can't get to your fourth chakra, right? But if you heal it so much, get it so flowing, then they might try to cord your fourth layer, but then you can go, aha, and then that'll help you find the energy blocks that they're cording, you know, by watching where the cord's go and being like, oh yeah, there is stuck energy there, oh yeah. So technically, this person is helping you. Because they're showing you where you are either wounded or stuck, and then you can remedy that situation. But then also, you know, it would be nice, yeah, if that person was a little more centered and less invasive, right? So if you wanted to, you could get them an energy healing, or you could, I don't think your angels think you're quite there as far as giving your mom energy healings on a spirit level, but, you know, maybe in like 6 months or so, you would be there. You could give her, start simple, you know, and give her some energy healings. But like I said, in the meantime, if you want to get her a triplet set or something, plenty of people do that to make their siblings or their parents or their partners less invasive. Also, that resolve conflict and boundary issues video is very nice for that. I'll type that out because it's a mouthful. Janet Wright, resolve conflict boundary issues. That's what you would search on YouTube to find it. And for those that don't know, it's just you make energy healing flowers in specific ways to help people that are invasive center and balance more, so then they're not invasive with you. And then, and it's clean. You're not like forcing them. You're just doing this nice thing that is not forced on them, but they genuinely tend to accept it and benefit from it, and then leave you alone, at least for a while. So then you might have to do it periodically with, say, your mom, you know, in order to give yourself some breathing room. Someone says, is there anything I can do additionally for the next few days to feel even better? Yes, I would say that video callback bring in is what I'm looking at. So search Janet Wright callback bring in. I'll type it out for those that do not know. Janet Wright callback bring in. That's nice. It's just because it looks like there's some energy, some new growth energy of yours that you created with your angels in your sleep, but you haven't, you've only been able to bring in a small amount of it. So that video would help you do that. So you could do that for like the next 3 days, just do it once a day, along with your other stuff that you want to do. Somebody says, what is my spiritual age and what does the spiritual age connotate? Oh, great question. Okay. So first I will talk about the reference videos. If you look on my website, because it's a big topic, I have a whole 3 video series on it that I think does a better job than I can do right now in my little, rushed job of it. But so if you look on my YouTube page, then there's a tab for playlists, and I have a lot of playlists, so it's maybe a little annoying. You have to be patient and scroll down, but there's going to be a 3 video playlist about spiritual age, and I'm outside, so if you see that little thumbnail image, it'll be me outside, and it says 3 videos spiritual age. So it's you have to go back. It's like maybe 2 years ago or something, but it'll say spiritual age, 3 videos. And but spiritual age has to do with, because you're an eternal spirit. We're all eternal spirits, even Donald Trump. And I just like using him as an example. So we've had past lives, right? And so you go through like levels of learning and growth, in these past lives. And as you learn, you progress, you get older as a soul, and so that is spiritual age. Like, it's basically how long you've been having lifetimes for, how many lifetimes you've had so far, that type of idea. And I tend to not be like, oh, you've had, 54 lifetimes. I just say what level you're at and how far along on that level you're in, because that helps you it helps make sense of like, oh, that's why that matters to me so much. It helps you kind of understand things a little bit. And it helps you understand maybe why somebody else can't act the way you would like them to act, because they're just not there yet, potentially. So you could look that up. I will link, because that one is kind of annoying to find because I have so many playlists. That I will link after this Q&A. I'll link it right after this Q&A, the spiritual age videos. So you'll see it in the comment section linked there. Usually I don't post links on the Q&A because it's like so long, so much stuff I mentioned. All right. So thank you for your question. Someone says, makes sense. My coccyx hurts, so it feels hard to be in the lower chakras, I think is what you meant to say. So yeah, I mean, I think, like I said, work the bones. I do have that spinal healing one, and that spinal healing one does deal with the bottom bones there. So that could be really fun to do. So you could search Janet Wright spine healing. But like I said, you can't just do that. I don't think that's really efficient. You got to get into those chakras too. And then you're just like, oh, I'm ready. And then when you heal the lower spine, it's going to be like 100 times more effective once you get down there. Part of that is because you're not present there yet because there's too much blocked energy there. So if you're out and there's all that blocked energy and then you're trying to get rid of it, it's like you're not doing it from a position of strength. But when you work the chakras and the aura layers, then you can get in. Then it's like now you got feet on the ground and you can do your work from a position of strength, and you have more leverage to clear it easily. Okay. So like I said, it's a combination of, look up some of my bone healing videos, Janet Wright spine healing, for example, but also just work on getting in your lower chakras, like with the Sticky Gold Wax 7 Chakras video and the Get Present in Second and First Chakras video. All right. Someone says, what causes compression of first and second chakras? Probably I meant first and second layers. You're compressed. It's just when you have stuck energy there. It's like okay, the chakra. One job of a chakra is to keep the flow going in that aura layer, right? I describe this a lot in a video series, which I'll link below right afterwards. This one too, because the playlists are more annoying to find because I have so many playlists. So the 7 chakras, aura layers flow. I'll link that below right at the end. But anyway, that's a 3-video playlist. It describes the flow and how the chakras keep everything circulating. So if there are too many energy blocks in a certain aura layer, your chakra can't do its job to keep it flowing. So your chakra is like, it's like it's trying to suck through a straw that's clogged. So it's like, so say your heart chakra is blocked and then your 4th layer is blocked. It's like your heart chakra just can't keep everything flowing. So it just kind of sucks in and compresses. So it energy blocks make your... Short answer is energy blocks make your layer compress. Energy blocks in that chakra and in that aura layer. So for second and first layers, energy blocks in your second and your first layer and or your second and first chakras makes these layers compress. And these energy blocks represent baggage of yours, emotional baggage and fear baggage, essentially, if we were to summarize quickly. Because second layer is emotions, first layer is courage, abundance and safety, and the blockages there would be, among other things, fear, worry. So fear, worry, emotional baggage causes that you haven't yet cleared causes the lack of flow. But you don't have to be perfect to have good flow there. You're just clear enough that it's all starting to flow again. Right, hope that makes sense. And like I said, that I will link right after this. I'll, like within 5 minutes, I'll link the 7 Chakras Aura Layers Flow playlists for you. Someone says, thank you. Someone says, thank you. I was so excited to watch and do this healing along with you. Yay, good. She's referring to the big group healing that we did earlier today. And the next one that we're doing is on May 1st. Anyone is willing to, welcome to watch and heal yourself as you watch. It may be sold out now. There may be like 1 or 2 spots left. You could try to buy it. And if YouTube says it's sold out, then it's sold out. But May 1st, May 3rd, May 5th is a triplet set. The theme is spring forward, something like spring into action. It helps you with motivation, clarity, inspiration, and taking action. But anyway, on my website, it shows all the upcoming healings, and if you don't want to, or you can't pay, or whatever, for whatever reason you don't want me to give you the healing, you just want to heal yourself as you watch, you're welcome to, and you'll see all the dates and of the upcoming healings in the next couple months on my website, janetwrightreadings.com. So she says, I was so excited to watch and do this healing along with you. As soon as I sat down, I felt so relaxed. I tried to follow, but when I closed my eyes, I fell asleep right away. That's so cute. I enjoyed anyway. Thanks. Oh, that's so cute. Yeah, I think your angels kind of helped with you falling asleep right away. Sometimes, we talk about this sometimes, but sometimes your angels will just, help you to fall asleep because they can help you clear more in your sleep. Because sometimes, consciously you might get a little too stuck on something. And so they're like, we could help her clear that plus all of this stuff if we just work with her in her sleep. So the good thing is it was recorded, so you can do the whole healing consciously at your leisure, even in parts, 10-minute sections or something. Some people go for walks while they listen, that'll keep you awake if you're going for a walk at the same time, or do some stretching at the same time, or just listen to part of it at a time. Or, if the length of it is intimidating, then maybe, one of the short little videos that I have instead. But good, I'm glad you felt good during the moment that you were awake for. Someone says chakras. Yay, thank you so much. If you think I need a healing with you, I will definitely do it. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to be manipulative, but yeah, I mean, if we just talk about humanity in general, there's nobody who couldn't benefit from an energy healing that is clean and respectful. You know what I mean? Like, if it's a person who's a decent healer who has good, respectful boundaries, then yes, that healing would benefit anybody. So not to toot my own horn. Yeah, so take your time. If you want to just watch a bunch of live streams, heal yourself for a while, or you just want to jump in, just use your intuition. If you feel like it's right for you to just jump on in and get one of the healings, there's no reason not to that I can think of. But do what you want. But yeah, you're very welcome to get one of the healings. I'm always happy to hear about newbies. And you can, after you buy one of the healings, you can email me and say, hi, I just bought this healing and I just started watching you 2 days ago, or I've been watching you for 5 years, whatever, and I live in this country and blah, blah. Yeah, it's nice to know a little bit about people. Somebody else says, feel pretty good. Lots of cords at the third chakra cleared. Was that just old past life blocks? Weird. Was getting like an Al Capone gangster type of image. Funny. I don't know. I do know that a bunch of people had third chakra cores this time, so not sure what that's about. I don't know if it's astrological or something, maybe. But I noticed a larger than normal amount of third chakra cords that people had. So, but yeah, I mean, you can read your own stuff. I would, yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, your angels just keep showing me this thing about like, don't overthink it. So yeah, don't overthink it. Just clear it and move on. I would say, you could do that callback bring in video as well. Janet Wright callback bring in. So you're more focused on the new stuff that you're bringing in. You're not so much tempted to overanalyze what you just cleared. Just bring in new positive energy that you've made with your angels in your sleep. And again, that's Janet Wright callback bring in is what you would search on YouTube to pull up that video. Okay, somebody else says, hi, Janet. How do you observe and listen to your subconscious part of your spirit when you meditate? Is it through angels or directly? Oh, I do have to end soon. Okay, so I'm just going to do a couple more. I'll have to be very brief with everybody. And then I can't do any more. So if you haven't typed your question already, sorry, I can't get to it this time. But when is my next Q&A? Sunday, May 3rd, after that Sunday triplet healing. So that's when the next Q&A is. And then the one after that would be the Sunday, May 17th of the right after that healing masterclass. I'll do a Q&A then too. So lots of other chances. So anyway, she says, how do you observe and listen to your subconscious part of your spirit when you meditate through angels directly? Yeah, I mean, for me, journaling helps. But, I think because journaling is like this practice where you're just going to write down what you think. And it's sort of like a muscle that you're strengthening, to think about what you think, that you didn't realize you thought it, or you didn't realize it was so important to you, but writing it down feels nice, so that helps. Like if I realize something, I mean, for me, sometimes I'll questioning myself helps. Like, why does that bother me? Like if I notice myself overgiving to a certain type of person, I'll be like, what part of me feels the need to do that? Is there some inner wounded part of me that needs to do that? And then, so it's, for me, questioning is a lot of how, like, I might discover things about myself that are interesting that I need to know. It's like you're, this massive book, of like endless learning is reading yourself and your subconscious. So, you can ask your own book whatever you need, whatever you want to know. And, you may not realize it right away, but over time you would. And then, if you have trouble realizing what you want to realize about yourself, then, ask your angels, or there might be a video that could help. But, yeah, we just say questioning would be nice. Just think, well, what do I want to know about myself? And then just, journal about it. Okay, love your work. Someone else says, love your work. I did the spinal healing, but as you said, it felt like it was a matter of overall chakra awareness. Marvelous. Yeah. Okay, good. So you already had that instinct. Yay. Someone says, thank you, Janet. Love the mind healing. How am I doing? Good. You're quite the fast rock star. You've progressed pretty fast when you took to this stuff. You really took to it. So yeah, like yesterday when I noticed you, you were only you were in 7 through 2. You were not in your first chakra, but your first layer was pretty wide and flowing. So I would just say maybe work a little more on first chakra unblocking and then legs. You know, that video, it's a simple video, but it helps a lot. That Janet Wright Earth Energy Up Legs is what you would search. Janet Wright Earth Energy Up Legs. I just laugh because it's like in the video I'm showing you my leg, you know, it's kind of funny, you know, but just demoing, you know, it's a little short 11-minute discussion video, I think. But yeah, I think if you work on your legs more, like awareness of your legs, maybe leg stretching, and keep unblocking your first chakra. That video, Courage Energy Flowers, something like that, like Janet Wright Courage Flower Healing. That'd be nice too, just to keep strengthening and validating and unblocking your first chakra, keep nourishing it. But you're doing great. Okay, so I'm just gonna do these next 2 questions and that's it, even though I love you guys so much. I hate leaving any question unanswered. I'm so sorry. All right. But next time, submit it earlier so that I can answer it. Or you could post it under any video, really, because I do get to comments. Sometimes it takes me a while, though. Like, because right now, after one of these healings, I need to take a bunch of days off just to chill out and get a life. But anyway, okay. So my second to last question is... Hi, Janet. As always, the theme was spot on. I've been wanting more simplicity in my life. Yes, me too. Could you please tell me if I've been in my lower chakras lately? Yeah, you have been. When I checked you last night, you were pretty large in the chart. You were actually in all your chakras. I don't know if you felt that way, but you were. I mean, I checked really late last night, so I didn't look at that time. Like, I didn't do a live view. I looked at, like, during parts of yesterday when you were awake and fully functioning. How present were you? And you were in all chakras, all 7 chakras. So, rock on, girl. Way to rock a pandemic. Be in all your chakras. Yeah. Yeah, so go you. Someone says, what can I do to what? And, you know, just for context for people, this person has been receiving healings for quite a while, and been healing themselves regularly for quite a while. So hard work does pay off. Somebody says, what can I do? This is the last question. What can I do to widen the aura layers? Is it just blocks below? Will it widen on its own over the days after healing? Yeah, sometimes it's just the top and the bottom, and then the whole thing goes whoop, and it just kind of opens up. You know, because sometimes the worst energy, the most like hardened energy blocks are at the very top of that aura layer and the very bottom of that aura layer. So a lot of times that could be it. Because like if your chakra's repaired, so it generates enough energy, and it's reasonably unblocked, so it generates enough energy, then it's just the energy blocks making it so hard for that chakra to circulate energy. So, and I think for you, you could work more on, I mean, you got all your chakras repaired today. Right now, actually at this moment, only your first layer is really tight. Your second layer opened up already. So your first layer right now is really tight, and that's it. So, so just what I said for, I think, like 2 people ahead of you, which was like courage, flower healing would be nice, just to keep nourishing your first chakra. And of course, that video, get present in first and second chakras, is nice. But I would say you're doing great. I mean, you know, so just pat yourself on the back a little. You know, maybe just do something fun today. Because you're releasing a lot. So if you can just keep your grounding unblocked, you know, the rest is gonna just happen. I mean, yeah, if you want to do more, then there is the courage Energy Healing Flowers video, Janet Wright, Courage Flower Healing, and get present in second and first chakras video. But yeah, widening the aura layers has to do with the flow. So you just you can run gold light through the whole aura layer, but like I said, particularly top and bottom usually does it, and then making sure the chakra's okay. Like I said, your first chakra is a little blocked, your second chakra is a little blocked, so you could do that Sticky Gold Wax 7 Chakras video. That's only like 5 minutes, so you could do that every day. You could do it twice a day. It's only a 5-minute video. But anyway, yeah, Janet Wright, Sticky Gold Wax, and then the number 7, you'd find it. Okay, guys, you're awesome, and I super love everybody that I didn't get to your question. And like I said, I am going to be doing more of these Q&As, so there will be one after the healing on Sunday, May 3rd, and there will be one after the healing on Sunday, May 17th. Lots of hellos and more questions, so yeah, sorry. Yeah, I can't get to it. Someone says thank you. Someone says thank you. Someone says thank you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for answering our questions and giving your time and energy to our question. Yeah, and my chakra not closed because of this isolation. So says thank you. Big hugs. Yes. Okay, so hugs to you guys. Well, I don't do hugs because I think sometimes the energy can kind of be, it can be like a boundaries issue. So I'm just going to say thank you. But you guys are really awesome, and I think it's wonderful that you guys are so interested in your energy and your spiritual growth and learning. Woohoo! Go, go, go! All right.